Okay, Fantasma. You can introduce ourselves.
All right. Hello, everybody. We are Phantasma and DiRamz, I guess.
Yes.
Or well, our fifth friend Diego. He was known as Diego Lasso. Now he's DiRamz. It's a new era for him. What a good way to start with this new journey that all this is doing a run, which is gonna be Super Bomberman 4. Originally, I was gonna be the runner for this game, but let's say that the DiRamz was not so good, so I kindly asked my good friend Diego to do the run. So he's Diego. Say hi, Diego.
Hello, people. Good morning for European people.
Hello, everybody. This is gonna be Super Bomberman 4. Any person, 2 players. While the category is named 2 players, this is basically a single player run. The only difference between 1 player and 2 player runs is that 1 player has an RNG manipulation at the beginning of the run. 2 players get rid of that and they help us with something that we'll be watching a little bit. My PC just crashed during the setup, so I'm just quickly opening all the stuff I was using for commentary purposes, and then I'm gonna be ready. I don't know if Diego is ready and wanna make a quick introduction or say something else for now.
I'm ready.
Okay, if you are ready, then I think I am also ready. So, do you want to make a countdown? Do you want to make the countdown?
You can do the countdown.
Do something really quick just to be ready on my side, because since everything crashed, I lost all the access to my notes and nothing that I was gonna be ready for the commentary. I'm ready for this. So let's make the countdown from 3, right?
Yeah.
All right. So 3, 2, 1, and go. All right. Super Bomberman 4, a game released from the Super Bomberman brand for the Super Nintendo, and also this was the first Japanese exclusive game of the Super Bomberman series, because just the first 3 games were released outside Japan as an exclusive for Japanese territory. And from all 5 Super Bomberman games, we can consider this as the easier one to complete, which is pretty speedrun friendly for anybody who wanna run this. So you may look like if Diego just were playing the game casually or something like that, but what is he doing is that he's manipulating the position of these green dinosaurs, and that for now they are useless. They're not important. He was doing a manipulation in a way that he was able to defeat them as fast as possible. Unfortunately, that last dinosaur was not so good for this, but anyways. 1-2, this is the stage where the big difference between any person with 1 player and 2 player can be found. Because in 1 player mode, we make an RNG manipulation, so we get a rock that pushes us to the bottom left section of the screen, where Diego, I saw what it is. Just press start on second player.
I don't remember what is the second player start.
Make it really quick. Okay, so getting back to the explanation. Basically, as you can see, with these rocks that appear on the stage, after a specific amount of time, one of them are going to be spawning on the stage. So in 1 player mode, what do we do is that we make an RNG manipulation in order that we put on a position where one of those rocks pushes us to the portal that Diego has taken to came to this bonus room, where he's going to be looking for a lot of power-ups, including the bomb detonate that, hard with the bomb. I'm gonna look again for the name in English, because I forgot again how to say this in English. Basically the bomb detonator item, which is gonna help us Diego that anytime he wants, after he put a bomb on the stage, he can explode it at any moment he wants. And this is basically the most important item in the run, because otherwise we need to wait for the bombs to explode normally, which is gonna turn into something slow. We can compare how the action is in this stage with Diego exploding the bombs as he wants, instead of just simply waiting for a regular explosion. well, really going back, really quickly going back to the explanation of the different categories. Um, one player, we manipulate the RNG for the rocks and get pushed to the portal, and any person, two players, we simply grab the globe, and then we grab the second player and drop it to the portal, and that's everything, because we get all the items we need in order to go faster on the run. We get the detonator, we get more bombs, more firepower, and we get the ability to kick the bombs and vice versa, and also to walk through the walls, which is gonna help us saving time. You have seen here the difference with this. In 1-4, we just needed to destroy the same thing here with 1-5. We need to destroy that thing in the middle of the stage where there's a big enemy, because what is going to happen is that if we defeat the other enemies when that thing in the middle is still there, more enemies are going to keep spawning. So we need to destroy first that thing in the middle that I forget the name, because I'm the kind of person who barely remembers his breakfast. We need to destroy that thing first, and then we can go for the rest of the enemies. Otherwise, they're gonna keep spawning and spawning. I don't know which item is looking. Diego, okay. Diego is looking for something. Oh, for heart. Okay. Okay. The heart is like it's a small backup, because it helps us that if we receive damage, we can stay on the stage. This is like, for example, you get an Aku mask on a Crash Bandicoot game. So this is a kind of shield that will help us in order to avoid that something really awful can happen. Because if you die, you lose a lot. You lose some specific items. Some of them are the bomb detonator, which is gonna turn into something slow for the run. And after 6 regular stages, we get the first mini boss. That also there's some manipulations that Diego is doing. Again, it's gonna look like if he's playing normally, but what he's trying to do is that he's trying to manipulate the position of these mini bosses so he can explode them as quickly as possible.
And this
now,
is not the best example, because the enemy throws to the left and being helped on that.
Okay, and now the first boss. This boss is really easy, as you can see. At the beginning of the stage, we use these enemies that well, not enemies, these allies that Diego was using, that big fish. In other games, we have some kind of thing, I don't know, kangaroos or something like that are called Louis, but they don't exist on this game. But just for any reference, we're gonna call those enemies that we can ride up them as Louis. He used that on his side as an advantage in order to keep spamming the bombs during the first invincibility frames, and then after that he sacrificed the Louis in order to keep attacking the boss and make more explosions. And well, that was the primeval era, the first world. We are now on the Edo era, the second world. These ninjas, depending on their color, is the ability that they do. I don't remember what does the red ninjas does. The blue ninjas, if I remember correctly, they jump before the bomb explodes. So another reason why you want the detonator is just to deal with this kind of annoying enemies, because otherwise it's gonna be complicated to try to defeat these enemies. And now on Twitter Street, we're only having the green ninjas that they throw shurikens, probably from the different kind of ninjas that we'll see during this world. These are the most annoying, because if you are on the same line as them, there's a big chance that they can throw some shurikens to try to attack you. So you need to be really careful. Also, with the portals that spawns on you defeat all the enemies, they are on the same spot all the time. Fortunately, that's not RNG, so that's not like a big problem for Diego. And also, Hammer Bomber was the big boss from the last world. And now on this stage, we have well, the enemies on the middle. I think they are also they are also Louis. But the annoying enemies are the little ones that Diego defeated first, because once you explode a bomb against them, as you can see, they they fly to the stage and lands as some projectiles. And Diego was really lucky. I think that's the first time that I see that those enemies defeat the other ones. So I must say that that was something really interesting. And now those kind of toys that blue enemies are Louis. Also, they are named the Bagura. And for now, those are the important ones to get. So what do they do is that they simply increase your your speed at a maximum. So they're gonna be helpful for the next stages. Because now, as you will see on the next stage, Diego's movement is gonna be increased by a lot compared with the regular speed that he got with the Walkings. Because on Quandash 2, there are different items you can get. You can get bombs, you can get fire flames, you can get the detonator that we're using also on the run. We can get a globe, we can get a boot. I think that Diego has lost the heart. But unfortunately, on this stage, there's another one that he was able to find, so that was not like a big deal. Also, the items are the same on each stage. Their spawn changes, but if you know which items appears on some stages, that can help you to build some strats. And now, second mini boss. Also not a big problem. Now we have faced Jet Bomber, and now it's time to look for Machiner, which is the second boss. This is another one of my favorite bosses, and really easy to defeat. You can also spawn a lot of bombs and do the same the same strat as the first boss, but Bagura is really important, as we can see, and also this is a really easy boss to defeat. So it's not sometimes it's not worth to try to sacrifice the Bagura on this. And also, my mistake, the first boss was named Dogon. Hammer Bomber was the bomber enemy we faced on 1-7. And now we're gonna move to the modern era, World 3.
The 1-7.
1-7, sorry. I don't know where my brain is. Definitely should be here on the run. And now here in the modern era, as you can see, there is a big red light at the top of the screen. We need to be really careful because if we explode a bomb there, an alarm is gonna sound and it's gonna double the speed, the movement speed from the enemy. So we need to be really careful. For example, here at 3-2, it's a bit complicated to try to. Well, Diego unfortunately put a bomb where it's not supposed to. He should have done that. And as you can see, that last enemy that was also a Louis that dropped an artificial egg.
For this stair war, the stairs are invulnerable. I mean,
you don't receive damage by exposing the bombs on the stairs, because simply the flame doesn't go there. So that's like a safe zone where you can be.
Oh my god!
Once you try to defeat
your
enemies. This little squirrel and that little cloud. Diego was not having a good pattern there with the movement, so that's why he took a little extended amount of time to defeat the enemy, as that little cloud also can make damage to Bomberman. And again, Bagura is really important. There's a backup Bagura on this world. Hopefully, we're not gonna get it. And now with the alarm and that enemy, that's not a good spot, unfortunately. So now the speed of enemies was increased, and now Diego needs to do stuff on a different way. Well, also another item appeared that worked as a shield for the enemy because. Okay, well, this was one of the risks that were gonna happen. So now Diego is gonna. Well, Diego took the risk, but now he's gonna go for the backup Bagura. And since it's marathon, this is not a big problem. I mean, we need to do the run as safe as possible. So Diego is just simply gonna grab the Bagura egg, which is an artificial egg.
That's not. Okay.
That's the Bagura.
Just for marathon. Just for showcase.
Yeah, because in a regular run, losing the Bagura This stage is simply just a signal to reset the run, but again, it's a marathon when the set is possible. And again, bye bye, Puro Bomberman. Which is interesting because Diego and I also run Bomberman, which is a new game. And when we run the co-op category, I used to play the white Bomberman or Shiro Bomberman. You use black, also Puro Bomberman. So I find it interesting that he explodes the second player because you can spawn it to reach those portals, but you cannot take control of the character. That's not allowed on this category. And now, these blue enemies probably are the most annoying from this world, because once they see a bomb, they're gonna start to walk faster, and they're gonna try to smash it with the hammer they have. And the problem is, as you have seen with the bomb that Tommy dropped, is that if they smash a bomb, they're gonna transform it into an item, which somehow is good as a backup if you are lacking from some items, but definitely that's not ideal to happen if you're trying to defeat them. So if you don't have the detonator, you need to have a good timing so they shouldn't reach the bombs on time to turn them into items. And now here we are facing Lady Bomber again, and these reflex. Diego is manipulating the position of those bosses, so it's not like a big problem. And now Rocketeer Joe.
Okay, this boss has 2 turns.
Yeah, so the only moments where you can make damage to him is to this boss is when they stomped on the floor. Also, you need to be careful because if I remember correctly, this one, the one that throws those clouds. And if those clouds that he releases, if they get if they get on the range of the observer, I don't know what I'm saying. Hold on, 1, 2, 3. Okay. If at the moment that you explode a bomb, the flames touches one of those clouds, as you have seen, those clouds extend the far flame. So you need to be really careful with that. So what do we try to do is that once we get the clouds, we try to put a bomb with that to explode them, and then go to a safe zone, and then wait until the boss lands on the floor again. And now fourth world, there are a total of 5 worlds here. Now we are into the super future world. As you have seen, some enemies requires up to 2 explosions to be able to defeat them, and also there are some of them that are easy to catch, like these small ghosts that right now Diego is having issues because right now this is the phase where the ghost is gonna simply teleport to another section of the stage, and when this happens, you cannot make damage to the ghost.
Yeah.
For example, in the last world with the blue enemies with the hammers, they also require 2 explosions. And now the little enemies that look like bots when they're bouncing. There's also another Louis that we don't need. And this was really unfortunate for Diego because at the moment he tried to explode the bomb, unfortunately the ghost began the phase when they get teleported to another section of the stage.
That's really
that was a bit unfortunate. Yeah. We have seen that we lost time, but that was really unfortunate in this case. For the 3, those blue enemies, once you explode the bomb, they're gonna turn into a kind of sun, and they're gonna move really, really faster. Another annoying enemy here, but when you have the detonator, that shouldn't be a problem. And also, another problem that we have with the green enemies that are Louis is that if we are not quick enough to defeat them, and for example there are 2 on the stage, and we defeat one, and we take a long time to defeat the other one, what is going to happen is that enemy simply is going to get duplicated by itself. So you need to be really careful with that. That enemy. Oh, okay, that was really bad. Unfortunately, Diego has lost the Bagura, that red enemy.
It's
and now
okay.
he's gonna change.
I had to lose the Bagura in this level. so it's okay. I need the hunt, so we lost the Bagura on purpose.
Yeah, okay. In 4-5, we require the globe, the power of the game strength over, because this is the fastest way to defeat the enemies on the middle, so you don't need to be on the necessity of being inside to defeat them. And now I remember what that other enemy does, because those big enemies, I remember what they do, but they require 2 explosions to get defeated. And the other enemy that was that guy with the brown shorts, after a while he's just gonna try to explode any bomb around him, and
El otro
they're gonna
te coloca los controles al revés.
¿verdad? El de los controles al revés.
No, el rosita.
Ah, okay. So the pink enemy, as was Diego saying to me in Spanish, because our main language is Spanish, and sometimes we even forget how to say some stuff in Spanish. Now imagine how this challenge is gonna be with English. So he was telling me that the pink enemies, they throw you something. I don't remember what it was, but they invert your controls. So if you press up, you go down. If you press left, you go right, and vice versa. And the other enemy with the brown shorts, when there's a bomb close to them, they are gonna they are gonna protect themselves, and the explosion is not gonna make them damage. So that's why, again, the detonator is a good idea for this. Now we have faced Bazooka Bomber, and now it's time to face, which is personally for me and also for other runners of this game, the most annoying boss of this game, which is the Centipede.
No.
Okay, this is bad. No. Oh, okay. I'm gonna keep quiet because you need to get focused. I'm gonna explain what happened on a bit.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
And now you can see why this boss is annoying.
No, the tail.
Sí se puede, vamos. They're close.
Please don't move. Okay. No.
It's exploding.
My bad.
Es solo la cabeza,
No. La cola. The tail. Y no sé si perder el corazón.
Tú date. There we go. Sí, y lo habías perdido. Okay, I'm gonna try to translate everything to English right now. And the reason why Centipede is the most annoying boss that you have seen is that what we need to do is that we need to explode every part of its body. And when they're on the when they're moving around the stage normally, like a snake or like a worm, they simply refights World 5, Hyperspace World. We're just gonna simply refight every bomber from each step at stage from each of the past worlds. So again, the problem with that with Centipede is that when they are on that centipede form, you need to explode each section of its body. And if you're not quick enough for that, then that phase where it's gonna move into a kind of circle during all the stage is where the annoying stuff starts, because on that form you only can make damage to their head and not to the rest of the body. And as you can see, that enemy throws can shoot to us or throw to us spider webs that, as you have seen, slow. It makes us slow. It just reduces our moving speed, and usually that's like the biggest base killer you can have. And also the reason why I was not able to run this game properly, it was that boss. I have never been lucky with that boss, anyways. And well, Hyperspace World, like as I mentioned before, this is just a refight stage where we simply we're gonna be doing again all the boss fights,
Oh my god.
all these mini boss
The
fights
heart.
classes that we had.
The heart.
Okay, this was really bad because Diego, just as backup, was trying to chase the heart item, but unfortunately he was not able to get it.
I mean, no,
But
I,
if you
I
want-
lost the heart. I got
Yeah,
a...
there was another one. There was another one. But anyways, memes, I guess. Let's focus on what we have. So those were the refights, and now we're gonna be we're gonna be facing.
What?
A Sokabo? No, this is not the correct one that I was looking for.
Oh my god.
No, now we're facing Bomber Grade, which is the most hardest from the Bomber fights, because what does this Bomber does is that after a while he's gonna protect himself from receiving damage, and unfortunately Diego died here, which means that we have lost the bomb detonator. Fortunately, we are just on the last section of the run, and we're still having some time on the estimate, so this shouldn't be like a big problem anyways. And well, you will see on a bit what's gonna happen with this bomber. I'm really impressed that it's taking a long time for this. Okay, don't worry, Diego. Don't worry, Diego. We're fine. We're fine. We're fine. If you want me to keep quiet, just let me know. And yeah, we're still having some additional time on them. That's why we have this estimate, so it's still being good. This is part of the show. Again, as you can see, this is not an easy stage anyways. And also, you have seen Bomber. This Bomber just kicked it. Kick its bomb. Well, I think that it just punched at it. He didn't kick at it, and he didn't receive the damage. So again, this is why this is the most hardest bomber to face here. Now they kick the bomb, so okay, he's on the phase where he's not gonna receive damage. That's what I was talking a while ago, that that bomber protects himself from receiving damage from exploding bombs. From here on, a classic way to get stuck on the bombs. Yeah, don't worry, don't worry.
I think I need backup items.
Yeah, hopefully this is not gonna happen, but
Yep.
well, it's gonna happen.
Let's go.
So Diego is gonna continue with the run. The run is not dead. Okay, this is the last life of Diego. I mean, if he dies and gets a game over screen, that's not gonna be bad. Well, he's gonna die on purpose, because if we continue with the game, we can simply... ¿Pusiste 2 jugadores o 1?
2 players.
Okay, 2 players. So Diego is gonna simply go back to 1-2 and is gonna repeat what Dusky has done at the beginning of the run, just to get the items again and keep going with the run. Again, for a resetless run, that's something really good, really amazing, so he shouldn't be worried about. But I don't know if the manipulation for the bomb is the same, so I think he's gonna keep exploding all the rocks through the stage and see where the hand is gonna spawn. So this is gonna be slow, but again, that's why we have a high estimate, so this is not bad. Again, this is
Oh my god.
that fights are not the easiest ones on the game, so
Red Bomber is
and
not
also
helping.
yeah, Red Bomber is not helping a lot. Sometimes I don't know. Oh, okay. So Diego found the globe, but unfortunately he got a bad RNG pattern where he simply
Oh,
wasn't
That's
able
nice.
to get the item because there was a rock, just a rock landed where in a free space where he just can simply walk down and grab the globe. So memes, I guess. But yeah, the last bomber that you face, which is bomber grade, is not
It's simple.
it's not an easy. It's not easy at all, but it's mostly tricky, mostly than complicated. And now, once Diego takes the portal, he's gonna be switched back to the stage selection screen, so he can simply go again to 5-5. So quiero que hagas un save state por cualquier cosa. And again, he's gonna try to. Okay, I just told Diego that just in case he made a save state. Obviously, save states are not allowed, but this is a marathon in which we need to do the run as safe as possible, just in case. And well, one advantage that we have is that since we have put a Bomberman here on the stage, we can use that as a distraction because Great Bomber is gonna try to chase him as he's simply not moving. So we can use that on our side. The manipulation for Great Bomber it's also a bit trickier to get. Fortunately, Diego got the first manipulations on the Black Bomberman was on screen, so that helped a little bit. But unfortunately, Diego exploded the bombs when he was on the pace where he can receive damage. But well, now was defeated.
Slow.
I will suggest to save states again, just in case. Well, now this is the last stage where we're going to be facing Bagura. Now that I'm thinking about this, I think that was not the name of the correct video. So this is the last stage. What we're going to be doing is that we're going to be facing Bagura himself, but before facing him, we're going to have a refight with the previous bosses. Fortunately, these refights, these bosses have less health, so the amount of bombs to defeat them is low, so that's not gonna be a problem. But unfortunately, if we die at any of these phases, we need to start over the refight, if I remember correctly. Just in case, again, save states. We really need them just to download XP. Yeah, that's why definitely that was not a good position for the clouds and for landing. And also, we need to be really careful because if
you only put one
if
bomb.
Rocketeer falls directly into a bomb, that bomb is gonna disappear. And now again, Centibeetle.
The spinner.
Don't worry. You got it.
Okay.
Also, I'm just keeping quiet so Diego can focus on this.
Okay, got away. Nice.
Fortunately, on the refight, Centibeetle is not as annoying as the regular fight at all. And now it's time to face Bagura head. This is much easier, definitely. We just need to explode those bees and even bring damage to him. And then we're gonna be facing the Bagura head directly. After some explosions, we are done. The time is gonna finish once Diego makes the last explosion. This is really easy, to be honest.
But I don't have the speed.
And the globe is not in a good position. Quítate de ahí. Okay, we sacrifice the globe, but
I don't need the globe.
yeah, fortunately we don't need him right here, so now Diego can try to Bagura head. Everyone's gonna finish on a B. We are close to the end of the run.
Okay.
In time, that's time.
That's lane time. But okay. Considering we are facing the boss rush with super slow speed, it's okay.
Yeah, definitely. Well, again, as I mentioned at the beginning of the run, while this is probably the most easy Super Bomberman game, that doesn't mean that it's an easy speed game. As we have seen, it also has infinity range. It has some stuff that we need to try to be really careful with what do we do, otherwise we're going to be losing a good amount of time. Unfortunately, here Centimeter was not a good boss fight when we faced it for the first time, but again, it's not an easy stage. It's one of the biggest pace killers we can have in the run. And well, on the refights, mistakes happen, but this is the part of the magic of the show of being featured on speedrunning marathons. So somehow we can consider that probably for an entertainment value. It was really good that some stuff happened during the run, but first of all, shoutouts to Diego that he wasn't the person who was gonna do the run entirely, so he kindly helped me to cover this. So shoutouts to him, because definitely I don't think that I was gonna be able to defeat the Centibeetle, because again, when I was crossing the run, I got stuck on the stage, and then I just told with Diego, and I kindly asked him if he was able to do the run, so we can enjoy Super Mario 4 here. If you haven't played the game, give it a shot. It's really fun to play, and also again, it's the easiest Super Bomberman game to learn. So if you wanna learn and run a Bomberman game, probably this is one of your options for this. And I don't know if Diego. Well, Diego has a lot of things to say, definitely. So
Uh, hate to the spider worm. The spider worm is the worst enemy in all Super Bomberman games. So yeah, hate to that enemy. Yeah.
yeah, when stuff happens. But we are speedrunners. We need to deal with this kind of things.
Yeah,
And
this
definitely, you made a good work, my friend.
Thank you.
Definitely. Besides the mistakes, I have no proofs but no dubs that definitely this was better than any run that I will have been able to perform instead. So it was really nice that we enjoyed Super Mario Man 4. And well, I was just only the commentator, and I was talking like if I were the runner. So I will let Diego make the last speech.
And thanks for the GGs, and thanks for watching this run. I hope I can prepare a better Super Bomberman for a run in the future. Considering I was the backup for Phantasma.
And I appreciate that a lot.
But hopefully I can do a better run. And well,
Let's just practice this game and submit our race for the next year.
and 3 p.m. 3 a.m. too.
Yeah, Diego's from Colombia, so it's 3 a.m. there, 3:42 a.m. I am from Mexico. Here's 1:42 a.m. And on a bit, I'm gonna be doing Super Mario World, which is the other run that I got for this event. But I will do that run, and now Diego will be switching to commentary. So that's a good combo, I guess. Also considering that both of us are the main staff for SpeedGaming Español, the Hispanic division of SpeedGaming. So I consider that as a cool and interesting combo of showcasing. But anyways, I have nothing else to say. So Diego,
Oh,
do your thing.
thanks for watching. See you in the next run. I have a run today, and actually Final Fight 3. So we can play it later.
want to have more Diego the marathon. Definitely watch Final Fight 3. Uh, Diego is one of the best and one of the best runners you can see playing that game. So definitely that's a run worth to watch. And I can guarantee that you don't want to lose that. But anyway, let's move to the next run. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.